Hello everyone, today is Wednesday, August 12th, 2020. My name is Evan and welcome back to another Swing Trade Ideas video. We are recording this video intraday right now, a few hours before the market closes. So we're going to keep things with our new format. Last week we decided to change things up and ran through some of our price action scans that we have on our site, and got a lot of good feedback on just seeing more results and more formations. So we're going to continue with that. So in this video we're going to be looking at a handful of our price action scans, both on the bull side and on the bear side, and hopefully you guys find something that is interesting to the way you trade. As always, these videos are powered by our partners over at Investors Business Daily. We're curating ideas from their stock lists. You can get access to their stock list with a link in the description of this video. So all of these bull scans that we're going to be running are on IBD's sort of IBD 50, their growth lists, their leadership lists, and it also contains our TR150 watch list. That is the universe of stocks that we are trading on. And the way I like to equate it is you need a quality list of stocks. You need your universe of high quality vetted stocks, but then you need a way to sort of refine your timing and to get sort of the entry, the exits, all of that stuff in alignment, and that's why you would want to use scans. So we're going to look at a few scans here today. The first one, top left, is just our simple breakout scan, and this one here, pretty straightforward. There's some other bells and whistles you could add to it, like increased volume and certain other indicator formations, but at its core, it's basically a breakout scan. And essentially here you can see GRUB had a handful of sort of well-defined highs in here, had a weak close yesterday, and then everything changed today coming into the open. We had this big gap up, reversed all of yesterday's sell-off, and now we're kind of launching to new highs here. Volume is coming in pretty heavy, or at least going to be above average for the session. So GRUB, strong market leader, trading back at all-time highs on the breakout scan for today. Now, our second column here is our pullback strength scan, and this one we mentioned or talked about in our last week's video. Basically here we are looking for what is probably most easily described is a bull flag formation. We're essentially looking for strongly trending stocks that have pulled back a little bit and are now starting to break back up or resume that trend to the upside. It's by far our most popular scan and one that we receive the best feedback on. So let's run through a few of these ideas here. The first is NVDA, Nvidia, probably not a surprise stock here. It's a growth leader. It's been crushing it for quite some time now. Basically, you can see here it had 3-4 days down in a row, and then it started to launch higher here today, looking like it wants to continue back and is potentially going to close at new all-time highs today. Now, as I always like to try and remember to mention, these scans will start to show themselves when they actually trigger in real time. So for NVDA, this one here would have been notified, back around 4:44, probably 20 minutes into the market session. So we're looking at things perhaps a little bit later after they've triggered and moved. Obviously, depending on when you're running these, you'd see them at earlier spots. The other thing I actually want to mention too is I got some feedback on trying to announce earnings dates. So if you look right here on all of my charts, next earnings, this is at least TC2000's view, but if you're ever curious, if you're seeing a ticker, you like the formation, you're writing it down, you're not sure when earnings are, take a look at right up here. That might display the date. Sometimes they don't have it, so you'll have to do some homework, but keep an eye right in there for that as I move along through some charts. So I'm going to jump around a little bit. I'm not going to go to all of these, and these might change as we go along, but TMO, so Thermo Fisher, this one's another larger cap name. You can see good formation here, pulling back at all-time highs and now starting to sort of springboard to the upside. MPWR, another one here, nice move to all-time highs, little pullback here, and now starting to move back higher again. TWST, you can see all of these going to be pretty similar here. Nice sort of steady pullback, starting to resume to the upside. ACMR, another one, very similar formation, and AMD, how could we forget about this one? This recently had this big breakout over 58. This was a Trade Ideas multiple times in here as a long-term leader candidate. It did get that breakout. It's now offering up a small sort of tactical entry here in AMD. So those are all sort of pullback candidates. And if we look at some engulfing candidates down here, so these are just the standard sort of bullish engulfing candlestick pattern. So WST, you can see open below yesterday's lows. You can see this thing has been ripping to the upside here throughout the session. TWST, gap below yesterday's lows. This actually looks very much, was this on our pullback scan? Did not hit our pullback scan, so very close. It might have pulled back a little too deep, but you can see a bullish engulfing bar here for TWST. So that's it. That really kind of sums up the names I wanted to mention here on the long side. If we look at the short side of the market, so we go to our bear scan. Basically, we're going to look at the same two scans just on the bearish side. So for instance, let's just start with the bearish engulfing one, FLIR. So a couple of things to note here. One, we are not using our universe anymore for the bear scans because we don't want to use strong leading stocks. We want to use weak stocks. So this is just a more broad basket on the market. So FLIR, which you can basically see here, is this has been more sideways, kind of a series and a breakdown recently here. So much weaker looking stock. And you can see a bearish engulfing bar looks kind of interesting there, setting up for potentially a move lower. In terms of this is also actually on our bear pullback scan. So again, you can see had this big move down, a couple of days up, and now starting to resolve lower. So that's there as well. Let's see, what else do we got? PLCE, this one here on the bear pullback scan, you can see basically been in a downtrend, starting to rally for a handful of days, and now starting to break or roll over. And maybe do one more is GRA. So again, you can see kind of weaker recently, consolidating to down, had a little rally to the upside over the past 5 days, and now starting to roll back over. So again, kind of that bear flag sort of formation, if you will. So that's it. Those are at least a handful of ideas here from some of our scans. Again, all of these scans are available on our website. We've got free scans, we've got paid scans, so go check them out. You can play around with some of those free ones, no cost to you. And I'd love to know if any of these fit what you're looking for. Do you like any of these setups? Are you trading any of these setups? Were some of these on your watch list? Love to hear a comment below and let me know what you thought about the video. So thanks as always for tuning in and watching. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, stay up to date with all of the latest, or follow us at The Trade Risk. We'll see you back here on Friday for our weekly market recap video.